guys, and welcome. Today I want to talk about self-driving cars and automated vehicles. It's extremely interesting topic because it's becoming a reality at a really rapid pace, and we're gonna see self-driving cars really soon. And I don't mean just the ones that we're seeing by Teslas that are supervised by a driver or operator. That means Tesla itself will have the final fully automated suite by the end of 2020, and there's several car manufacturers, a part of Teslas, that are pushing this technology and will be able to produce considerable results in a year or two. I mean, there are already self-driving vehicles that are used as prototype taxis and are driving around US. And on top of that, there are self-driving buses, which will definitely change a lot of things in public transportation. And a lot of them are already in China, and they're operating at a full scale pretty much, even though they're confined to several small cities, uh, which is part of their governmental program of creating those super high-tech cities. But we can see same ones in Berlin, and we can see same ones in the US as well. And startups are putting a lot of funds and effort into developing them. On top of that, there are self-driving trucks, and those will definitely change a lot about logistics, and they will make everything much faster and much cheaper. And if we put all of it in a greater big picture, uh, we'll probably see full automation eventually, maybe in 5 or 10 years, and all the cars will be gradually replaced. And I'm pretty sure that all of it will be managed by artificial intelligence, and we'll just use the cars as we use, like going into a different room in our house, and it will be seamless and unnoticeable, just like pressing a couple of buttons, going to different rooms, and you end up at your work, or you end up at your grocery store, and it will be easy, and you will barely notice it, frankly. You'll just use your smartphone or tablet during the ride, and there you have it. Then you're arrive in the place where you want to be in a couple of minutes. So it will definitely change a lot of things about how we view public transportation, how we view personal transport, and how we use it. It will change the cityscape, and it will change a lot by how we travel in our daily lives.
However, first thing first, let us start with the automated cars, and obviously let us begin with Tesla. Currently, it's on the verge of releasing their self-driving software package. It will be downloaded wirelessly to all the people who own their cars, and at least the latest models who are from 2017, because that's where they pre-installed their chips. Made of 6 billion transistors, those chips should offer 21 times more than performance of top NVIDIA chips, so it's probably one of the powerful chips on the market, and it should be faster than all available alternatives. Capable of 36 trillion operations per second and costing 80% of what the previous chips cost them. However, the new update will still require driver supervision, and it cannot really be called full automation right now, as a full automation feature and package and true software update will come only by the end of 2020, which will be coupled with a taxi feature, allowing the owners to use their Tesla similarly to Uber or Airbnb by adding them to Tesla's networks. However, Tesla is not the only company that deals with self-driving cars. Some of those are Waymo, GM Cruise, and Argo AI. Waymo is probably the one that made the most progress in it. They have recently announced to consumers that they are going to start launching autonomous rides in Arizona. Their self-driving suite consists of LiDAR, cameras, and radar, and it's also coupled with microphones to detect all kinds of sound. And they're probably going really far in developing the automated cars, maybe even a bit faster than Tesla right now. GM Cruise is a subsidiary of well-known General Motors, having billions of dollars in investments and as many as 180 vehicles in testing, with plans to release their driverless taxis in around late 2019 or at least in early 2020. Once their full capacity is reached, they should be able to produce hundreds of thousands of vehicles per year. Their cruise vehicles also use machine learning techniques, cloud based tools, and IoT sensors to gather data about their surroundings and make intelligent decisions based on that insight. The last company that should be mentioned is Argo AI. It's backed up by two large automobile producers, Volkswagen and Ford. First one has invested 2.6 billion in them, and the second one invested 1 billion in them. While their main goal is primarily in developing self-driving system, so they will focus directly on that aspect without having to bother with building an entire car because that's what Volkswagen and Ford can provide them with more than. Those companies in general are more than capable of not only developing but also mass producing self-driven cars and putting them on the road. So this is a great thing because all those self-driving cars will become straight away available to multiple consumers and at really reasonable and affordable price. There is another aspect of full automation of transport, which is a public transport. It has been widely applied in subways. For example, Metro Line 1 in Paris was completely automated. Moreover, the first example of fully automated transport goes as far as Victoria Line in London. So it was automated in 1967. By 2023, there should be 2,200 kilometers of automated metro lines, with some requiring operators oversight, while others, such as ones in Barcelona and Copenhagen, being truly driverless, not requiring any supervision at all. However, we will right now discuss the fully automated buses because it's on the edge of technological innovation and it's not as developed as other modes of public transportation as for example subway or trains or even airplanes, and it's going at the same rate as fully automated cars. By that I mean that we have working prototypes, but some of them are not that advanced, and most of them are only applied on a small scale on or just in a single or town or two towns. So it's going fast as well, and we might see a lot of fully automated buses in next couple of years, most definitely. It has several companies that can deliver significant breakthroughs. First company has probably achieved the most progress in it, and it comes from China. It's called Deep Blue, and it's one of the new startups in artificial intelligence that was founded in 2013 and has shifted from producing technologies for smart retail to making commercially viable self-driving technologies. They have their smart Panda bus operating in 10 cities across China, and they're expected to be in 10 more cities by the end of 2018. The reason, probably is the main reason why it has so much development, is because it's a part of their governmental smart city program, and it's part of the entire city infrastructure that's fully automated and most innovative and self-sufficient. Apart from that, there is also a US mobility company called Beep that has successfully developed and tested their battery powered driverless shuttle. Working together with a French company, Navia, it has some considerable interest in it. Even though their test vehicle had previously crashed in Las Vegas, um, it still has a lot of backing and a lot of people interested in it, and the progress is going steadily, and we will definitely see some results. It will not happen in the nearest year, but it should come in near future. An interesting bus with no steering wheel, no driver, and no charge was launched in Berlin earlier this year. They have already been in Bavarian town of Bad Birnbach since 2017, and they're powered by electricity, and they will also trial in the northwest of the German capital until the end of 2019. However, the major downside of such buses is they're extremely slow. They just go as fast as 15 kilometers per hour or just 9 miles per hour, which isn't really on par with current buses. The final part of self-driven vehicles that we'll discuss are the fully automated trucks. And it's most interesting because it's definitely more advanced than self-driven buses, and it's on par, if not faster, developing than self-driven cars. Simply because it has already been used by two large logistical companies, and it was already tested on the roads, and it has already been holding cargo for some considerable period of time. With tracking technology being successfully developed and implemented by the innovative startup Too Simple, fully automated trucks are already hauling cargo between Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona, since May this year. The company has previously been in partnership with United States Postal Service, where their trucks had carried mail on 1,000-mile stretch between the USPS Phoenix, Arizona, and Dallas, Texas distribution centers, with them currently discussing the next steps of their implementation. Too Simple was founded in 2015, and their Navistar trucks are outfitted with their own technology, including 9 cameras, a pair of LiDAR sensors, comprising of the vision-based autonomous system, similar to what is used in Tesla's cars, by the way. It is backed by NVIDIA and Chinese technology company Sina. Like many other self-driving vehicles, they still have a safety driver and an engineer on board. However, they will most likely reach the full automation the soonest, with their trucks already hauling the commercial cargo for UPS on a pretty large scale, by the way. Overall, in US alone, the trucking industry summed up to 796.7 billion United States dollars in 2018, according to the American Trucking Associations. Trucks moved more than 70% of the country's freight. When fully realized, self-driving trucks will reduce the cost of hiring drivers that are required by law to take regular breaks. A major factor for businesses in choosing self-driving trucks is greater fuel efficiency, which will cut their fuel costs by at least 15%, according to Plus AI. Currently, there is high demand and interest in this technology, which often and in most cases outweighs the supply. Thus, we will quite certainly see self-driven trucks take root and gradually replace the conventional trucks. The reason for why this technology should be discussed and it should be talked about is because it will have an impact on everyone's life in one way or another. I mean, even if you live in urban areas or rural areas, it wouldn't matter because most likely, gradually, all the cars and public transportation will be replaced by self-driven vehicles. So you'll just go into your car, switch it on like you switch on your PC, or like you answer a phone on a phone call just by tapping a button or two. You sit in there, you pretty much uh, use your tablet or your phone to browse through internet, Facebook, etc., or social media, and all the while your car is driving you to your job, driving you to your groceries or anything like that. So just thinking about it, you probably wouldn't even notice that you're in a car. I mean, it would be like going to bathroom. You just go from one room to another, and it will definitely change the way we perceive cars and we use cars. And with self-driven taxis as well and self-driven buses, it will be available for everyone at any time and at any rate. And it will most definitely reshape the cities because a lot of urban traffic will completely work in a different way. So it will probably have impact on parking lots. It will probably have impact on the way traffic is going through the city, and traffic would most definitely be able to be regulated more efficiently. So we will have less traffic jams, and we can develop the city's infrastructure more efficiently. So we will find the most efficient route anytime in real time with artificial intelligence, sorting out the most efficient travel routes for every and each car and vehicle. So future cities will be definitely reshaped by it, and we will see it gradually, like year after year after year, until all the cars are replaced by self-driven cars. First of all, it will be like 10 to 20%, and when it starts getting the general popular trend, like between 20 or 30% of people using it, it will start taking over really, really fast. I mean, that's like the critical mass in most things, like 20 30%. It would also be possible to maximize the traveling speed outside urban areas and small towns. And the most interesting application would probably be for the trucks. And we can go as far and theorize about single lane for self-driven trucks going as far as 200 kilometers per hour or even 300 kilometers per hour without any speed limit like German autobahns. And they will deliver their cargo as fast as possible. And they wouldn't need no stops. They wouldn't need any brakes or anything. So it will be like a train with the wheels on a road, pretty much. And they can go one after another. As I just mentioned, that we can use artificial intelligence to figure out the route for each and every truck, so they'll be driving one after another in the most efficient and the fastest way possible. And of course, driving large distances between cities, it will be also simplified because of that. So we'll see a lot of applications of AI, artificial intelligence, definitely, as it will work together with existing cars, and we'll see like large networks of Tesla and other automobile builders who will have to figure out the most efficient and effective software to coordinate all the movement of those fully automated cars. So future will be interesting, and it will be quite different from what we do right now. Thank you for watching the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If so, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. You can read my entire article on the subject by following a link below.